Hello there. Hi, welcome to the Amijo Show. I am Jo Baldwin-Trott, and this is episode 7 of the Amijo Show. So the theory was hashtag 21 days. However, it's going to be a bit longer than that, we think. So therefore, I'm just going to keep going because I absolutely love doing this. I love speaking to people anyway, as most of you will know, because I'm a total extrovert. And I also love hearing people's stories. And the guy I've got on my show today, wow, he is incredible. Gary Stern, welcome from Florida.
Hey, Jo, thanks for having me on all the way across the pond.
Across the pond, but we're in the same boat.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh my gosh, honestly, my head is spinning at the moment. I have so many ideas and stuff I want to talk to you about, but Gary Stern is... He has so many titles, but I'm going to call him an epic motivator. He is a trainer, top sales banana. Anything about sales, Gary is your man. He is also an expert in health and well-being, which hopefully he'll mention, because there's a lot of people that are looking for some extra income right now, and Gary is your man. Or come through me and I'll put you through Gary, because he has made an incredible business through an incredible organization called Life Vantage, what we'll come into in a sec. And apart from that, it's just fantastic, really. Yeah, big fan. One of your top fans.
My goodness, Jo. Now is my head still fitting in the screen after that? Thank you.
Growing out. It's growing out in every direction, Gary. You're not going to get out of the
I thought so. I mean, it was like growing in the screen all of a sudden. Thank you so much for the introduction. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. And congrats to you with all your success, your new book chapter and everything else. Holy smokes. That one right there.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Thank you.
You earned it. You earned it. Yes, you're welcome.
Well, you know, remote working, right, is for you and I, we're just talking about it, a pure joy. I mean, you're like me, you're in absolute heaven at the moment. I can't go anywhere, so I'm remote working, my socks off, and I'm loving it. How about you?
The same. You know, what we were kind of laughing about before we got on was so many people, they're a couple weeks into this, they're like, I'm bored out of my mind. I've binge watched all these shows. I've done this, I've done that. And they're going stir crazy. And it makes me think, I haven't sat still. Like, I feel like I have less hours in the day right now than I did 2 weeks ago. And people are like looking at me like I have 4 heads. Like, what's wrong with you? I'm like, there are so many people that I want to talk to, so many people that I want to help. You know, you hear people that are scared to death right now about their health. They're scared to death about their financial situation and what's going to happen to them over these next couple of weeks and months. I mean, guys, we're not talking about something that's going to last a couple of days. We're talking about something that's lasting weeks and months. And you got to have a plan. What is people's backup plan? And rather than working on backup plans, something that's kind of frustrated me a little bit is I see people taking it almost like as a vacation and then not knowing what to do next. It's almost that not knowing. They're not sure. What should my next step be with my health? What should my next step be with my profession or my job? What could I do as a plan B or as a backup plan right now that my plan A has had the brakes thrown on it, you know, been placed on hold. And so that's where I'm at with things. I love working from home though. This is natural to me. It's so much fun. It wasn't. 8-9 years ago, I was a full-time pharmaceutical rep working for a fine British company, GlaxoSmithKline. And it was a good job, made good money, but I can't even imagine going through this downturn right now. I would be unemployed if it weren't for having a backup plan. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you haven't got a backup plan, it's time to make a new one. So I'm going to give an example of a friend of mine, really good friend, long friend. She is basically getting quite scared. She is a director. She's got a phenomenal job. She loves her job. She really does. She works for a great company in the UK, but she's basically looking at the chance that, yes, I may be axed. I may be out of here. And I actually said, good. It didn't go down very well, but I have been trying to get her to run her own business for 25 years because she is so incredibly talented at what she does. She's been an employee for so long. She's, you know, been someone who does what they're told, well, most of the time, but she doesn't see her potential, and she's not thinking outside the box of other ways to earn money, of other ways to grow her team. She's like a natural, she's like a magnet. She's massive heart. She attracts people. She's just completely, totally genuine. The real deal is what she is. She could grow a team like that in your business and or her own. So she's in recruitment. And so, you know, and I'm super, and you have the business model right there sat in your lap of how do I make a lot of money? And, you know, and this is what it's about. So saying, well, actually, what is my talent? What do I love to do? It has to come from the heart and the passion. And then how could I grow that? But you've done exactly that. And what I love about your story is that you've taken all your knowledge of sales and you know how this stuff works, right? And then you've literally applied it. You've almost put like you know, a template onto the LifeVantage business to grow your own teams, but more importantly, to support them, haven't you?
And that's what it boils down to, Joe. Like thinking about your friend, she has a skill set that she's developed, but she also has innate, what we call core values, right? Those core values aren't something that you can teach, unfortunately, that either you've got them or you don't, right? And that's one of the pieces of paper that you see over my shoulder in my office. I keep our core values posted right up there. Things like being resilient, being a solution seeker, always being kind to others. Like if you have those in your possession, if those qualities define you, you can have success. You just need a system. See, that's the thing that most people are lacking. It's their jobs. They're great at their jobs, but it's 100% up to them. If something happened to them, if they got sacked, like you're talking about, I even used the British term, got sacked. But if you got sacked, like you're talking about with your friend, could potentially happen, which could be a blessing in disguise. Guys, I was worried. That's what happened to me. Go back when I was in the pharmaceutical industry, and I went through the last financial downturn as a pharmaceutical rep. I was #1 in my profession, the number one rep in the entire company. And despite that, I was put on probation because of the world that we were in. So I started thinking to myself, what could I do where it relied not just on me, but where it was leveraged? It was leveraged with people and a system. I hope that makes sense to the viewers that are watching this. Leveraged with people and a system. By that, I mean, it's not 100% up to me. I started it, but like you said, I've trained a group of folks who have trained other folks, and we've built this network that's rock solid right now. So, and we're doing it by following a system. The system is so incredibly simple. And that's it. If you love people, you love chatting with people, you love helping others, and you want to build something that's here to last, that's a residual income stream that continues to come month after month after month. You know that as a writer, once that book is published and out, every copy that gets sold, you're going to get a royalty on that. You don't have to go write the book every month. You don't have to write that same chapter or write your own full book month after month after month. You do it one time and it gets published and it gets sold month after month after month. And every time a sale takes place, you get a royalty from the work that you did this last week, right? 10 years from now, we're going to be talking about that, Joe. 20 years from now, we're going to be talking about that. Look at the smile, right? And that's just the first one. That's what we've been able to accomplish. So yes, I've parlayed it into that, and it's a blessing. It gives me such a peace of mind. So many people are so afraid. Like your friend may be afraid because she's 25 years into it. That's what she knows. She's extremely good at it. And for her, she uses a word called secure. Take a look at the world right now. In 3 weeks, when Thanos snapped his finger, yes, that's a plug for the Avengers movies. When he snapped his fingers, the world changed. How secure is it? Most people that thought they had secure professions, those are eliminated. If you're in people are always going to go to restaurants and bars, right? Not right now, they're not. If you're in the restaurant or bar industry, and you're in the travel industry, cruise industry, hotel industry, any of those, they're done. Right now, they are unemployed. But if you're in the health and wellness sector and you have something that boosts cellular health, boosts your cell's immunity, I can't make any claims. I'm not making any disease state claims. I'm not even bringing up the word that's the most popular word in the world right now. But if you can boost cellular immunity and help others, and you have the exclusive rights to that product and they have to go through you or your team to get it,
Yeah.
That's the business model I want to be in, and that's the one I am in.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is so easy. So I've just signed up, or actually, have I signed up now? See, this is why I'm relying on you, Gary. I totally believe in it. I totally believe in what you do, but this is outside my box a little bit, because I'm a creative, right? This is me.
Yes.
I'm like, this is my thing, and people, and and showing up. So but yeah, anyway, I'm sort of under you, so to speak,
Yep.
in the network thing, and I was super
And
thrilled
you're a
by.
connector, Joe. I don't mean to interrupt you, but you're a connector. Like
Mm,
there's no tomorrow.
yeah.
Like we were talking beforehand. I'm like, hey, when this is over, I want to connect you to a friend of mine that's a writer.
Mm,
Ironically, Chris is also in our business because he has that now to offer to other people, and he
yeah,
sees the value in it. He's written like 6 books. And I said, Joe, I've got to connect the two of you.
yeah, yeah.
Notice I'm not going to tell you his entire story. I'm not going to tell you about his group or any of those other things. That's up
Mm,
to him to do. All I'm doing is connecting you
yeah, yeah,
to the person or the information. That's
yeah,
what we do here. When you connect me to other folks or connect them to me, I'll deliver the information. I'll connect them to our tools to see what it is that we have available at our product line, the
yeah,
science behind it, the
yeah,
science behind the company itself,
yeah,
the
yeah.
that's really what it boils down to, is that connection piece.
It is, and it's all based around this whole thing of actually cellular health, which I learned when I was 21 at university doing biomechanics.
Wow.
And I was very blessed to have been taught by the decathlete, the Olympic decathlete, bronze medalist, Bill. Oh no, that's terrible. I've forgotten his surname. Bill something. Oh, anyways, he was just incredible, and he was so inspiring. And I remember him talking about everything about cellular health, about muscular health, everything about keeping it all healthy. Which, because people think healthy, oh right, exercise. It's so much more than exercise. And sadly, as our foods get worse and more depleted of vitamins and minerals. I mean, I have been talking about this for such a long time, and you've been incredibly patient. Um, but it is, and I had a guest on the show the other day who's an Ayurvedic doctor. All she wanted to talk about was immune health, immunity, getting your health up. Yesterday, rapid transformational therapist. She does she does hypnotherapy, helps
Yep.
people get over trauma. Talking about immunity is what we're being tested on, isn't it, right now? Because I must admit, I'll be really honest with you. I've been tromping around London, sort of fairly relaxed for a long, right up to the very last day almost, because I know I'm blooming fit. I look after my body. My immune system is really high. I have everything I need to, and I've been very careful about what I've touched, stayed away from people. But I know and feel I'm pretty damn resilient. If I did get it, I can categorically say, it'd be like, yeah, okay. I lost my sense of smell the other day. I thought, oh, I might have it. Never mind. Okay, fine. I mean, it might have been. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, because I know my body is healthy. I've looked after it. And that is so, so key right now, isn't it? That you can feel that way. Because obviously moving forward after this, sorry, I'll let you get in a sec. I know you're one, but moving forward after this, China, for example, are back at work, kind of. So a part of their workforce have gone back to work, only a small amount. They're having to stay 2 meters away, but they're back in that environment of possibly catching the virus. So even now, we're all safe in our homes, but 2 months' time, say, or a month's time, when we start going back to our environments, we want to know then that we are healthy, that our immune systems are as high as they can be.
Absolutely. I mean, and that is the great fear, right? You want to be on high alert or on high immunity 24/7 moving forward, right? So there's a lot of things that you can do. In fact, I did a Facebook Live yesterday about that. And in there, I was talking about things like eating healthy, eating a whole food, plant-based diet, the whole grains. Those are super important right now. Foods that are rich and high in antioxidants, right? Decreasing sugar intake, processed sugar, increasing your exercise, but not super strenuous, right? A low to moderate exercise, because if you go too strenuous, that actually breaks down your immune system.
Yeah.
Things like limiting your alcohol intake. I know that's not the most fun thing for all of us to say right now, but it's just, be smart about it. Don't go crazy, because you could have a tendency to go crazy right now, like if you are stir crazy at home. But the one thing that the vast majority of the world isn't doing is they're not activating.
Yeah.
They're supplementing your body. It's the equivalent of, if your body is missing something, if it's missing I don't know, vitamin D, you take vitamin D, because there's two ways you can get vitamin D. Go outside in the sun, which doesn't happen much where you live. I mean, I've been over there twice in the last year and spent a total of about 20 days over there. And in 20 days, I saw the sun twice, I think. So
You're
that
lucky.
was a tough one. Yeah, and I was lucky, right? That one's a tough one over in the UK. But, all joking aside, you can go outside in the sun, or you can take vitamin D orally. That's a supplement. It's adding something that's missing in your body. That doesn't activate your body or flip the switch in your body to produce more of what it did naturally. And that's what my business is all about. Our business is all about, is literally flipping that switch, turning on survival genes and enzymes. I'm going to stress that again, survival genes. And I could get all fancy with the terminology. You would maybe even recognize some of these because of your background. Superoxide dismutase, catalase, glutathione. That doesn't matter. You know what they do? They boost your cellular protection.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They keep you alive. Without them, you would not be alive, because they're such powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory enzymes made by your body. So you're not adding them to your body, you're turning your body's production of them back on again. When the world figures that out, it's like a cell phone compared to a pager. Pagers were good. In fact, at one point when I was in physical therapy, physio, I wore two of them. One from the hospital and one from the physio company I worked for. And I thought I was cool. I had two pagers. Now you wouldn't catch me with one, because I've got a cell phone, and a cell phone is my video camera. It's my computer. It's literally, I do my entire business from what we're doing this interaction through right now. And so when the world finds out that there's a better way, and they're still using pagers, i.e. supplementing, and they could be activating instead, it's going to be that shift. And that shift is going to protect so many lives.
Yeah.
There's millions and billions of people that could be protected as a result of it.
Because it is hard with the supplements, because we all sort of peak and trough and feel a bit, and someone will say, oh, you should take this. I mean, there's only one thing that I continuously take, and that's evening primrose oil. It's the only thing, because it's hormones, and I'm absolutely definitely not going to have the menopause. I will surf. I'm going to surf that one. It's going to be a bit of a surf journey, and that's it. It's just job done, And I think, we can fall into this trap of, someone mentioned this, I'm going to go out and buy that. I'm going to go out and buy that. And actually, we need to look after ourselves better from the outset anyway, and then move on from there. That's really key. But let's bring it back to Florida, because what's happening in Florida right now for you? I mean, is it just as weird as it is here?
It definitely is. I live in a smaller community, and my thoughts of England are both of like London, the downtown areas, as well as outside in the country. I have spent some time in the country. We drove up to Manchester the one time, or we took the train up, and I saw the countryside along the way. So where I live is a smaller town, but things are definitely on lockdown here, right? So all the restaurants are only available to do takeout if they have that option available. You're not allowed to sit in and dine in. My favorite ice cream place, like I've been going there since I was 8 years old. My favorite ice cream place, it never shut. It closes one day of the year. It closes on Christmas. It's open 364 days a year. It's been closed now for a week. So it's eerie. Yeah, I know. It's eerie. Bars are closed. Of course, clubs are closed. The supermarket shelves are still relatively bare. They're getting food back in, but people are still hoarding it. I don't think they understand, like, you don't need the food supply will be there. That's an essential service. It's going uninterrupted. The truckers are still willing to move the goods from place to place. Yeah. There's some business as usual. Ironically, I also own a bicycle shop, and my bicycle shop business is booming right now. Thank goodness. But my bicycle shop business is booming because people are seeing what it's like to get back outside again. People that didn't have the time now have this time on their hands, and they're sick of being cooped up in their houses. So they're not going out and congregating in groups, right? Playing soccer or basketball or football, any of those sports that involve teams or people. they're just going on a bike ride by themselves or with their immediate family who they're spending that home sheltering with anyway, but they're going to dust those bikes off and the bikes don't work. And they need their tires, replaced, or the tubes replaced, or they need it tuned up, or they need a new bike. Their kid has outgrown their bike and the kid hasn't used the bike in 5 years. So that's what I see is more people out exercising than I've ever seen. It's a great thing that, like, for me being in the health and wellness sector, I love seeing people out and about. But so many businesses being closed is weird. And something else that we talked about, I think a lot of people are in this euphoria right now, and they just don't realize, like, we just were in the United States, we were just told by our president, 30 more days of shelter in place, 30 more days of it, right? Of stay at home, do not go out unless it's for essential items, go to the grocery store for medicines, things along those lines. I don't know that people realize what that means, because so many of them within just 2 weeks say they're going stir crazy and they're bored out of their minds and they've binge watched everything they could binge watch already. And what I say to them is, I've been busier than I've ever been. My business is booming. I'm having an epic month this month. And I don't say that to brag. I don't say that to impress. I say it to impress upon the people watching this. There is a better way. There's a way where you can help people right now with their health. You could do it from the comfort of your own home and still earn an income. And it might be a few $100s or a few £100. It might be a few £1,000. It might be replacement income. And you may have just found your new career and didn't even know it by working a plan B that becomes a plan A. And for those people, I'm worried about those people. They seem to think it's just going to be another couple of weeks and things will go back exactly to the way they were. We're talking months. We're talking months right now. And so that's what I see around here is a general sense of malaise, I think is the right word, where it's just this laissez-faire attitude. And I'm like, what, guys, this is going to get even more real when the bills do start coming due again. Maybe they were withheld for a month. Maybe they had let your car payment go for a month or two. But when those bills start coming due again, when the landlords need to collect rent because they still got to pay their mortgages, it's going to get real.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, it's kind of easy on the outside looking in, and you think, well, it's just running a business. But actually, for a lot of people, and I remember when I started my business, because I've just written it for the book last week, I was petrified. I just thought, oh my gosh, how do I do this? How do I set about this? And I didn't do what you're offering, which is actually got a really lovely, clear structure. So you literally almost just have to fill in a form and you're off, which is great because, I'm entrepreneurial. I believe you can make a business out of anything, but you have to have a lot of skills. I've got a business degree, and that takes quite a lot of knowledge and drive and all the rest of it.
And time and money too, Joe.
Exactly. Whereas, when you're sort of slotting yourself in, if you like, just to a perfectly round hole, and you're saying, actually, I can just literally sign the dotted line and just see what happens with this. Because, the thing that I have really absolutely appreciated from you, because I get approached by a lot of companies like yours, right? And they find me on LinkedIn and they're like, oh, I love what you do. I'd be really interested to hear more about it. And then lo and behold, guess what?
They're pitching you.
They're pitching me. Yes. And I get a lot of that. And I have known you for, I think, 3 years.
Coming up on that. Yes.
And we had initial discussion. I made it clear what my situation was, and that was that. And you'd like message me every 9 months or something, 6-9 months ago. How's it going? We have a chat, and then we just have a chat. And we met up for drinks at Christmas, didn't we? And that is what I like, because there's nothing worse actually than feeling pressurized to do something, but also to deal and go down an avenue that you don't quite feel really prepared for. You probably, it's different, but everything is different right now. Everything is not normal. So therefore, it's definitely worth exploring new avenues that have seriously good. I mean, I know, because obviously we've shared, but look, folks, seriously good potential. leave it there. But honestly, I always love chatting to you, Gary. We'll chat after. I'll get the right links for people if they are interested in finding out LifeVantage, hashtag magic yellow pill. Is that right?
Well, they probably will want to go to
That's it.
crazyyellowpill.com to learn
Crazy
more
yellow
about
pill,
it.
not magic. Crazy yellow pill.
Crazyyellowpill.com, crazyyellowpill.com, and they could even do
Yeah.
//science if you're really more interested in digging into the science behind it.
Yeah.
Either way, you'll land on the same website, and the links are there for each of the main video. And yeah, and then if they're interested in learning more, have them follow up with you, and then you get us in touch. We have a system. They get you, put them in touch. Again, you're the connector. Put them in touch with me. I'll share what we have.
Yeah.
If it looks great, then we move forward with it. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. But at least we've explored that option, because like you said, it's plug and play. What we say about it is that you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. See, as a true entrepreneur, you're in business by yourself. It's make or break whether Joe does it or not, because it's your business. Yes, you could hire employees even, and yes, you could have a staff, but it's still your business, right? You're in it.
I am the business. It is me.
You have to create the system. You have to create everything. And like you said, you're a creator, so you love that. The average person, that scares the living daylights out of them. But when the system's already there, and the team is already there, and the mentorship, like Lynette, who I introduced you to, her and her husband have been incredible mentors to me, and they're 7-figure earners now. 7-figure earners, and they're teaching me the same
7-figure earners
per year.
Per year
doesn't mean that they've done it once, like they did it one time. It means they do it consistently. They're 6-figure earners. This is in US dollars per month. Like, I remember when I hit that on an annual basis, and how incredible, like in the pharmaceutical industry, when I hit 6 figures, I remember I thought I had arrived. But if I didn't go sell product every day, I didn't get that. In this business, I've arrived at that number, 6 figures a year, not per month like them, but a year. And it keeps coming, and it's growing in an economy that's tanking. Go ahead.
And can I just say, Lynette and I had a recent chat again. And again, I just bowled over. She is so genuine. And in network marketing, you get so often you don't get genuine.
Right.
You get kind of this soft, slightly passive aggressive pushiness. And it's what's held me back really from a long time for even considering it. And actually, it's not really compliant with my brand. So that's another thing I need to consider as an entrepreneur. But for people literally that have pretty much no options at the moment, or the potential of no options, it is like a hashtag no-brainer really. And it costs nothing. It takes 2 seconds, honestly. And I have it really does. Listen, we are gonna kind of finish up because we've been chatting and we could go on for ages. So we're gonna leave it there. But so awesome to speak to you, as always, Gary. And I wish you and your family all the very best. And everyone else who's watching today, please stay safe. Please stay fit and healthy. Get some exercise. Go on YouTube, do a video every day with your kids. That's what we're doing. We're doing the Joe Wicks 9 a.m. workout. Love Joe because he shouts out. Have you heard of Joe Wicks?
I have, yes.
Okay, I want to interview him. I want him on my show. But because he's called Joe, he talks to himself. He goes, "Come on, Joe, you can do it." And I'm like, "Thanks, Joe. Okay."
I got it. Thanks for talking to me.
I know. I feel like he's just talking to me. 1 million viewers tuning in live now. He's got.
Wow.
But he's just talking to me, Gary. I know it really. I know we're connected. Oh, take care, you. Lots of love and love to the family. Take care. Bye bye.
Thanks, Joe. Bye.